And it's live. Sorry, we are a few minutes late, guys. We did have a few technical difficulties. Apparently, we are in 1080p now. I'm still using a relatively inexpensive webcam, but I played around with the settings and apparently we're now in 1080p. So I don't know if that's made any difference. I guess first and foremost, guys, if you have joined, let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. Let me know that everything is working as it should. And also give this live stream a big thumbs up. It really does help me out, and it's your way of showing your appreciation. So, yeah, I'll just give it a couple of minutes just for a few people to join in, and then we'll get into things, I guess. Make sure everything is looking okay on my end. Yeah, we're looking good. We already have 11 likes, guys. You have smashed it in this first minute. Yeah, like I said, if you haven't already done so, hit that like button. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah, we are now live, apparently. SG says, George coming through all good. That is good to hear. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to give it a few minutes just because I know YouTube does sort of take its time when it comes to sending out notifications, and I want to give everyone an equal and fair chance to get in because I know what's going to happen. It happens every time. Somebody joins halfway through and say, "Oh, what have I missed?" And yeah, I don't want to have to keep going over the same thing over and over again, basically. So I'm going to give it a few minutes just to let everyone join in, and yeah, then we'll get into things. But yeah, like I said, if you haven't already done so, hit that like button, hit the thumbs up button. It doesn't cost a penny, but it's greatly appreciated. It helps to recommend the live stream to a broader audience, and yeah, hopefully in turn grows the channel. But yeah, guys, if you don't know what today is, if you don't know what this live stream is all about, as you have probably noticed now, I've hit 50,000 subscribers, which even just saying that is something that I never expected in a million years just a few years ago. I think I would have been over the moon to hit 10,000 subscribers. But now that we are halfway to 100,000 subscribers, which in YouTube terms means you are halfway to receiving a silver play button plaque from YouTube directly, which was only, a dream. It could have only been a dream for me growing up to be able to get somewhere close to that. So yeah, I think it's absolutely mental. I can't believe that 50,000 people have decided to. Whoa, what's going on there? Wait, I'm not doing anything, by the way. What is going on? Do we have a poor connection to the webcam? That is. Did you guys just see that where it was all sort of glitching out? I don't know if that was just me. It's doing it now. What's going on? Guys, this is disappointing. Can you guys see that? Let me know if you can see that. Sabotage by Mercedes. Guys, you can see that, right? What is going on? Like a night of liquid and envy. I really don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is my webcam saying good night or what. Are we good? Are we still good? I'm just going to disconnect all of my devices from the Wi-Fi just in case it is connection related. I don't think it is because I'm running direct off an Ethernet cable, but just in case it is that. Hopefully it just. Oh no, I've just seen it flicker again. Hopefully it behaves, because I don't want to have to set this up again. What's going on? I'm going to try and remove my webcam from the stream and then try connect it again. I won't be going anywhere. Let's just stop cam. Add to stream. Start cam. See if that makes any difference. No, it's still doing it. Probably a loose connection. Yeah, I did think that. Wait there a second. Let me just check. Okay. Wow. I didn't mean to cut my face off. Is that any better? Or is it camera falling? Why is the camera falling? Wow, this really doesn't look too good, does it? This is very, very professional for a 50k special live stream. Right. I think it's behaving. I think it may have just been the Ethernet, the USB port. I've changed it over, so hopefully that's fixed the issue. Right. We'll try again, shall we? Guys, I want to say a massive thanks to anybody, everybody, and anybody who has shown me support over the past however long I've been doing YouTube for. Without all of you guys, what I do now for a living would not be possible. So everybody who has liked, commented, shared, subscribed, it's all massively appreciated, and I am forever in debt to all of you guys. So yeah, we've hit 50k, massive milestone, but in the grand scheme of things, we are only just getting started. Let's try and sort that out. And I think we're good. Okay, yeah, we are only just getting started. I do have some pretty big plans for the channel. I actually have some exciting news for the next month or so as well. I have something big planned, so something to look forward to. But before we really get cracking, I just want to fly through these comments. I didn't realize I was going to get so many. I'm going to just fly through these live chat comments, and then we will actually be moving on to some questions that I was left in the community section. I did put out a community post like 2 days ago, I think, and you guys had some questions. Now, I did say they didn't have to be car related, BMW related. So yeah, like they may or may not interest you, but yeah, I'm just going to fly through these comments real quick. Danny Nash, how you doing? This is honestly the first notification of a live stream I've had in about 6 months, but I thought I'd drop a like and a comment and a like, but I'm otherwise busy, but I'll catch you another time. No worries, Danny. I guess you've already chimed out, but yeah, appreciate you coming along and liking as always. Thanks for the help with the vacuum pump on my dad's 735 Ally, the oil leak sorted. Peace. No worries. Good to hear and glad to help you. That's easy. Just put my chair down. Paul B says, come on, George, hit that on air button. Yeah, sorry for the delayed start. I did have a couple of technical issues. And then we started the live stream and we still had some issues. So yeah, not good. Yeah, I already saw that one coming through. All good. Craig, how's it going? DJ Santis, hi George, hello to you, sir. How's it going? Sean says, hey man, thanks for the vids. Have a 525i 07. Help me out a lot. Good stuff, Sean. Glad to help you out. Neil says, hey George, all good. John Paul B says, hi George, how's it going, John Paul? What are you saying, Georgie boy? I'm all good, Ads. How's it going? How's everything on your end? John says, I'm in, George. Good to see you, brother. The road is missing you. Yeah, I don't think they're missing the noise and the, mass amounts of BMWs covering the drive where they are they. But yeah, it's good to hear. Hope you're well too, John. Picture quality real bad, sound is fine. Is that still the case? Is the picture quality still okay? Apparently, like I said, apparently we're in 1080p. I don't know if that's true. I should probably look at upgrading the webcam, to be honest. I do sort of a live stream every month or so, and I should probably upgrade. It's obviously I'm going to have to spend some money on a decent one, but I should probably do it. I've upgraded all my other cameras over the years, and so yeah, it's probably only just as well that I do upgrade the webcam. This popped up on my notification on my Android. Oh, that's good to hear. Good to hear that the notifications are finally working. Where are we? Richard, how's it going? Congratulations on your 50K, George. Keep the great videos coming. Richard, appreciate your support as always. I'll do my best to keep the videos coming. Ad says this time next year, I think you will be on 100K. I could not believe that. That would just be mental. It's already mental that I'm on 50,000 subscribers. I couldn't imagine hitting 100,000. 50K, wowza, superb. Yeah, it's absolutely mental. Well done, says Sean B. Hard work pays off. Yes, it definitely does. How about giving that touring a Viking funeral, says Mike. Honestly, I'm thinking it may be going that way. SG says, George, one of my favorite cars I ever owned was a E21 323i mechanical injection model. Used to make short work of the Capri 2.8i's back in the 80s. Oh, that's good to hear. I'd love to have something old like that. Yeah, I've already seen that. Russian hackers, says Sean. It's going weird. We see that. Didos. Yeah. Software update. Tim says, great work, man. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate that. I know I'm guessing these comments are quite far behind. So like I said, I'm just going to try my best and just fly through these as quick as possible. I appreciate your frustrations. Yeah, 120D is your fan. That's good. Looks okay now. Looks like you're all good. Yeah, I think we are all good at this point. How much would you sell your car for if it was to sell any? How much would you sell your car for if you was to sell any? I mean, which car are you talking about? And which car are you interested in? Old Nurses SG, yeah, bad cable. Man, I shouldn't have taken the acid. Typical IC, yeah, good job. He didn't have to actually reboot it this time. Get the OBD2 scanner on it. Plugged in might be the camera EGR, yeah. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Cookie, how's it going, my man? What a beautiful man. Appreciate that, Cookie. Okay, for now, told you that would work. Yeah, need a decent webcam. Yes, like I said, I am probably going to look at upgrading at some point if I intend to do more of these sort of live streams. Working IT, says Tobor, and yeah, it's just as well that we had you in here then. Just looking like the touring temperamental. Yes, exactly that. Congrats on the 50K. Keep it going. Yes, I plan on doing that Pedro fly. Our pleasure, George. I appreciate that, SG. I'll send you the invoice. Yeah. I think I've read that comment already. Will you ever get a 6 Series E64, E63? I wouldn't say no to one, so I don't see why I wouldn't. Tabor, congratulations on 50K subs. Thank you, Tabor. You're another subscriber that's been around for quite a while now. So, again, thanks for your support over the years. 50K, awesome. I've only just hit 500. Well done. You've hit, you've hit probably one of the, you've hit one of the first milestones really when it comes to creating a channel. I remember when I hit 500k, when I hit 500 subs and then 1,000, and yeah, I couldn't believe it. It was, quite a few years ago now, but if you just keep setting yourself little goals and then, keep consistent with YouTube, that's the biggest thing, is consistency. Then, you can keep building a great channel, I'm sure. We have our first super chat, or super duper something or other, and it's from All Talk. How's it going? I appreciate that. All Talk, much appreciated. What happened to the problem with the 320D? Keith, I am actually going to be working on the 320D all day tomorrow. So I'm going to try and get a video out either for, what day are we on today? It's Thursday today. Yes, I'm going to try and get a video out for either Saturday or Monday, because I upload every other day. So if I can't get one out for Saturday, it'll be up for Monday. So yeah, we still don't know what the issue is, but yeah, like I said, I'm going to spend the entire day tomorrow going over pretty much everything that it could be. I'm going to do a leak off test for the injectors. I'm going to check various different sensors and things like that as well. A lot of people think it's an electrical issue, but I still don't think it is an electrical issue. I will be checking things like relays and stuff like that, but I don't think it is that. I think it's I think we have air getting into the system somehow. So yeah, we're going to be checking a number of things. Where are we? Picky's A1. Oh, good stuff. Good to hear. No way is that 1080p though. Yeah, apparently it is, but I think the webcam is, it's probably seen better days. Hello from a chilly New Zealand, says Bryce. That's strange to think it's chilly down there. It's sort of starting to get that way here right now. Well, I guess it's kind of a similar climate to the UK in that respect, actually. George, are you planning on buying an older BMW pre-1990? Yes, at some point for sure. I want to do a classic. I want to do a classic car, period. But I want to do a classic BMW. But it definitely has to make sense. There has to be enough demand for it on the channel, because pretty much anything that I buy pre-1990 is going to require a full restoration. And I've pretty much been doing that with my 760 Ally, and that's been going on for the best part of 2 years. So yeah, anything like that is going to require a lot of money, because that I'm not just going to do things, half-assed. I'm going to do things, properly. And if it needs rust repairs and things like that, which of course it will do, then it's not really something I can do. I can't weld. I may look at, trying to do some welding at some point in the future. But yeah, you're talking big mega money when it comes to working on classic cars. Alto says, evening George, Dan here. First of all, massive congratulations on the 50k. Very proud of the achievement. I'm on 1735 and happy with that. Hey Dan, you are only 265 away from 2000. So yeah, on to another big milestone. Guys, if you have not already done so, go and check out All Talk. Obviously, another channel here in the UK. Try and get him to a little bit closer to 2000, and we'll see how long it takes for him to get there. David says, congratulations, George. Best wishes. Thanks, David. As always, throwing some money in for a bit. It can help you. It can help keep you sane when editing. Yes, that is right. That's one thing that is a little bit frustrating at times when it comes to like the videos that you put the most time and effort into it. When it comes to filming and editing, they don't always do the best. I mean, my most recent video which was the 40 minute long video on the 760 Li. That took me like a week to film, and then like a whole day of editing, and then like, I don't know, £700 in parts. And I mean, it done okay for views. It done like just over 3,000, but like much simpler videos than that have done much better. So yeah, it is a bit frustrating at times, but it is how it is, I suppose. I can't really complain. Course Randy says, evening George, congratulations on 50k, halfway to 100k. Yes, exactly right, Andy. Smoke test for leaks in the system. Yes, I can do that. I do have a smoke tester. I actually done a smoke tester on the 760 Li today. You'll probably see that video up sometime soon. RS Outdoors, come across your channel when looking at info about BMW. Is going to use some of my retirement fund to buy a 435D, and will be the last car I ever own, and keep it till I need my bus pass. Well, don't wish your life away so soon, RS Outdoors. But yeah, great power plant, those 35Ds. You are going to have to expect the usual modern era diesel problems, though. So do look at some of my diesel related videos for common problems and things like that. All Talk will be added to my subscription. Yes, good choice there, SG. Well, I massively appreciate the shout out. I don't know if people get how long it takes to edit. You are completely right. Sometimes the edit quality has nothing to do with the views. Yeah, exactly right. You just kind of have to go with things and, take the rough with the smooth, so to speak. Just joined. Have I missed any chat about the 320D? I haven't really touched on it too much, to be honest. Auto Garage. Basically, I'm going to be working on it all day tomorrow, so expect a video in the next week or so at some point. Still trying to get through these current comments. I'm not going to say do not comment, but I'm just going to fly through these 4 that I can see right now, and then any others I'll get on to after I have been through the main Q&A questions that were asked on the community section. Any recommendations on smoke testers? It definitely one thing I need to buy. Yes, the one I used today was by a company called Ortool, I want to say. I think if you type in smoke test, is like the one that will come up. I think it's something like Ortool SD106, something or other. I think it's around £100, which you could say is quite a lot of money for something that just blows a bit of smoke, but it works really well, and it comes with all the adapters and everything. So yeah, I used it for like the first time today, and yeah, it worked great. I think you need to invest in a 530D F10. What makes you say that, Sam? I mean, me personally, I'm not a massive fan of the F10. I much prefer the E60. Both the interior and exterior looks of it. Obviously, I haven't covered a lot of F chassis stuff on my channel at all, and I will look to do that. But I can't see myself buying one of those cars for me. I more than likely will do one at some point for the channel, but I don't think I couldn't see myself buying one for me to drive. And then I think there's one more comment. Put an injector cleaner through it. Use a good one like Wins Gold or 40. You're on about the 320D, aren't you? Yeah, I may look at doing that, but I don't think that's going to fix our issue, if I'm being honest. But yeah, like I said, I am going to now get onto the questions that were left on the community page, the community section of my channel, rather. And I think there was there was a good handful of them, so I'll get through those. But yeah, it's another. Oh, that's bright on my face. Another reminder, guys, if you have not already done so, hit that like button. I can see we have 32 of you in here. Let's see how many likes are on. We should have at least 32 likes. We're on 11. That's not right. We are on, drum roll please. Drum roll please. Let's get the comments up. I don't know how many we're on when it's not loading, but yeah, basically, if you haven't already done so, hit that like button. And I'm not going to be able to see that on the iPad, so I'm going to have to do it straight off of the screen here. Okay. Okay then. Oh, we had 18 comments, so that's actually quite a lot. 31, 33, 37. Yes, guys, don't be shy. Just hit that like button, hit the thumbs up button. Chris, where's the like button? Are you watching this on a phone, on a tablet, on a PC, on a on the TV? How are you watching this? It's usually below the video itself. It's usually just a thumbs up button. It's just your way of showing some appreciation. If you want to go a step further than that, there's also the option to send a super chat. You can send a donation to the channel. You can choose how much exactly you want to send. Obviously, there's no pressure to do that, but just thought I'd make you guys aware. But yeah, I'm just going to go through these questions that were asked on the community post after announcing that I was going to be doing this live stream. So yeah, in no particular order says that, but I'm going to start from the top. So first one is from Henk. And appreciate, some of you guys are not going to be in the live stream here who asked these questions. So if you're not, I'm sorry about that. I did say that I did make the post earlier on to say that I was doing it at this time, but I'm sure you can watch it back anyway. But yeah, first question is from Henk, and he says, hard work paying off, congrats, which is greatly appreciated. Really like what you're doing. My question, what will be the next car to trade? Good question, Henk. But I don't know. I really don't know. I think we need to get the E46 fixed first, and then I guess we can kind of weigh up how much the car owes us and weigh up how much realistically it's worth. I think at the moment, if I can get it up and running, I think it's got to be worth £1,500, and I think people will say I'm ridiculous for that, but you have to realize it's a relatively low mileage for an E46 320D. I think it's 164,000 miles. The last one I had previously, that was on like 206,000 miles, and that was 3 years older, and I sold that for 1,500. So I think if I can, take care of all of the issues on this car, I don't see why I shouldn't get 1,500 for it. But yeah, what car I might buy, I really don't know. I think we just have to scour the usual places and see if there's anything that tickles our fancy. Next question then is from Mickey Cum. Hopefully I haven't pronounced that wrong. First off, congratulations for more than deserved 50k subscribers. Keep up the good work. And now the question, what is your opinion on the N46 engine, if any? So the BMW N46 engine is amongst a collection of BMW engines that I don't recommend buying. So you have the N42, N43, N45 and N46. They're all, I believe they're all 4-cylinder petrol engines, and I think just stay away from them. They're, none of them are particularly efficient engines. None of them, creates a decent amount of power. And they all pretty much share the same problems. So you have timing chain issues, you have Vanos issues, and I think they're just not worth it. I just think you'd be much better off buying an N52 or M54 engine. And now I can appreciate that people would be saying, "Oh, I can't afford the bigger engine" or whatever, but you're more than likely have to spend more money on those 4 engines that I mentioned compared to buying the more superior engine to begin with. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend the N46 engine if it was me. Alex Fitz just says, well done, George. Congratulations. Well deserved, mate. I appreciate that. That's much appreciated. Suyash Madhavi says, congratulations, George. My question, are you just looking to rebuild the Mini Cooper S's engine, or are you planning to put some more power in it? Good question. I am simply looking to rebuild it, but also take care of any common problems as well. I'm not a massive fan, if I'm being honest. I'm not a massive fan to, do big power on already decent cars. I mean, the Mini Cooper S, the R56 has like 175 horsepower, which for something that can't weigh that much, I think is more than enough for the road. Obviously, when you are trying to put big power out of it, you are going to be compromising an already fragile engine. So, yeah, I mean, obviously there'll always be people that want to do it, but I think if you want more power, just get a bigger engine. But yeah, to put it simply, I'm not looking to get big power out of it. I may do like a stage 1 remap on it. I don't know. We don't know yet, but yeah, I'm not doing like forged pistons or forged rods or anything like that in it. I'm just rebuilding it to spec and hopefully rebuilding it a little bit better than what it was from factory, i.e. we're using the upgraded 3-piece oil control rings and things like that. Stephen Ford says, well done. It's not been easy, I suspect. And yes, that's a very good point. I think when you are a viewer of a YouTube channel, especially if you've kind of came late on, you don't usually see the journey up to that point. So if, say if I've hit 50,000 subscribers and someone subscribes at like, I don't know, 47,000, they just see that like that small amount of growth, but they don't, if somebody's been here since I was on like 1,000 subscribers, which at this point was probably like 5 or 6 years ago, I want to say, maybe, then you'll see like the slow, consistent, steady growth. But yeah, people don't realize I've been doing YouTube now to some capacity for about, I think it's about 13 years. I'm pretty sure I started like 2009 when I was in school. And I've done so many different things on YouTube. I'm not even going to mention some of the things I've done, but they've like both ends of the spectrum really. And it's only sort of the past 3-4 years that I've turned more into the car sort of stuff, and that's because that's just something that I enjoy. That's something that I'm passionate about, and it's something that I think I'm not too bad at. So yeah, I think this is definitely my thing now. But yeah, people don't really see, how much work does go into it. But yeah, I can only say I appreciate all the support that comes my way. So yeah, it's definitely not been easy. It's been, it's required a lot of years of work. But yeah, we're doing all right, aren't we? Have you diagnosed the issue on your cheap BMW's fuel issue yet? No, no, basically. I'm going to be working on it tomorrow, as I've mentioned a couple of times. And yeah, so I guess just wait for that video. JX asks, what are your long-term plans with the 760 to keep it, I hope? Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm in two minds with it, really. I've spent so much money on it. I've spent so much time and effort on it, and I really want it looking perfect, driving perfect. I just took it out for a drive today, and it just drives so good. And I don't know if I can part with it. I think if I was to sell it, I do want to get top money for it, because I genuinely think it's the best 760 in the country. It may not be the highest spec, like it doesn't have a fridge, and it doesn't actually have heated or cooled seats, which they're nice things to have. It definitely is nice to have extra options, but I don't know how much you're even going to use them. I mean, my BMW 1 Series has heated seats, and I very rarely even use them. So I don't know if people are going to be put off by spec or what. It has like all of the actual useful things, like power fold mirrors. It has the window blinds all round. Probably has a load of other stuff as well. I can't think off the top of my head. But yeah, I really don't know. I can't say if I'm going to keep or sell a 760. I won't be making any sort of decision until it literally is driving and looking perfect. Elliot Davis says, well done, mate, on 50k subs. You'll be on your way to 100k soon. Yeah, it's like I said, it's unreal to even think that I'm halfway to 100k subs. But yeah, Elliot, I appreciate your support. I see you commenting on every video, which, yeah, guys, if you are, a constant supporter of the channel, I can see you commenting, I can see you liking, on every single video. I will always have time for you. I read every single comment, by the way. Don't think that your comments are ever going to be forgotten. There's some channels that are like don't even have half as many views as mine does, and they don't even bother responding or viewing comments. So yeah, I appreciate any comments that you guys leave. I won't always be able to respond back to them, especially if it's not really anything to do with the video. I have a Patreon for that, like if you need my help for something very specific. But yeah, I always will acknowledge comments and like give them a like and a heart to show that I have acknowledged them. Bryce, you're actually in the live stream now. He says, good on you, George. Appreciate that again, Bryce. John Smith says, well done, fella. Appreciate that, John. Peter Clayton asks, do you work out regularly, easy for me to say, in the gym? Yes, I do. I say I do. I used to go a lot more regularly, if I'm being honest. I used to go like 4 or 5 days a week. Well, I used to go 6 days a week at one point in my life, but now it's generally like 2 to 3 days a week, if I'm being completely honest. Which it is what it is. It did used to be a massive interest of mine. It's still an interest. I still enjoy going to the gym, but other things happen in your life. Other things take priority, and it just is what it is. But yes, I still do go to the gym every week. The Doc Mac Car Channel says, congrats, dude. I appreciate that, Doc Mac. Stephen Ford asked another question. Would appreciate your views on engine oil. Price varies hugely, and I have the N47 engine. I could talk about this for a good while. I actually made a video on this. I believe it's just called "Stop Using This Engine Oil." It's on my channel. Go check that out, and it I kind of display my thoughts on that. Next question then is from V Viper. He asks, can you get something juicy like a V8 on the channel? Perhaps an N62 engine car? Come on, man. We have a V12. Like, is there anything more juicy than a V12? Or are you not a regular viewer? Because, I mean, come on. And you say the N62 as well. I don't know if you know this, but the N73 V12 is pretty much the same engine as the N62 V8. Obviously, it has 4 extra cylinders, which is always a good thing, but pretty much most of the other components are the exact same. The coolant system's the same. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they share like a lot of the same components and a lot of the same common problems. That's why I'll always say in, you know, specific videos where I'm swapping out, say, the water pump or whatever, I'll say this is for the N62 or the N73. So I really don't think I would benefit from doing an N62 engine on the channel. Yeah, I've pretty much done everything that I want to do that would sort of cover the same engine. Oh wow, we have a super chat or super sticker from Henrik. He sent DKK 500. No idea how much that is, but it's greatly appreciated. Henrik, I'm guessing you are from Denmark. He says, hi, George. I don't know who you are, but YouTube showed me your channel. So I just wanted to say hello and drop you some cash so you can buy some Carlsberg beer and celebrate the 50K sub. Have a great evening, Madsen. Oh, Madsen, you are a legend. I appreciate that. And are you saying that this is the first video that you have stumbled across? Because that would just be a bit weird, wouldn't it? But yeah, I appreciate that, Henrik. And yes, I will for sure buy some beer and celebrate the 50K subs. Andrew Thompson says, congratulations, enjoying the channel. Appreciate that, Andrew. 4 more questions or 4 more comments, should I say. Corsa Andy, he says, are you going to be doing any road trips next year? I may actually be doing one this year, so I don't want to give too much away. I may be doing some sort of road trip. Yeah, I'm smiling about it because I'm excited, but yeah, I don't want to give too much away. I might be doing one very, very soon, but next year, I want to do loads next year. I think I'm actually going to be going to the Belgium Grand Prix next year, which I don't know if anybody cares about the F1. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't religiously watch it. I don't think I've watched it in a good while. But I mean, I've been to the F1 at Silverstone, and that was an amazing experience. It was so loud, and it was just good to be amongst it. So I actually got for my dad's 60th birthday tickets for myself and him to go to the Belgian Grand Prix. So that's what we're going to do. His 60th was like 3 years ago now, but obviously what happened over the last couple of years happened. So yeah, we're finally getting to go this year, next year rather, and that will be good. But yeah, I probably have a few more trips planned as well. Nathaniel Kennelly asked, do you live alone and what do you do aside from your YouTube stuff? Nathaniel, no, I don't live alone. I live with my fiance. I guess you could say it is us alone. We both live together, but yes, we there's nobody else in the house, but yeah, it's just us two. My lens just sends a couple of emojis, which I don't know what they are. They're too small. Appreciate the support anyway there, my lens. And Tony Hewitt says, who do you work for? Very good question. I don't know if any of you guys know or how many of you know, but I work for all of you. So I do YouTube full time. Yeah, I did make a full video going over this, I think, when I went full time, which was about a year and a half ago, I want to say. But yeah, I do YouTube, plain and simple. It definitely is a dream job. Just going to get back to the live chat now because I have answered all of the Q&A questions from the community post. So we'll close that down. And where are we at? Well, we have quite a few. Where did we get to? Oh, sorry, Chris. I probably should have replied back to that earlier. You're on the phone. Yeah, I think I'm sure the like button should be underneath the video. You probably have to turn it to portrait, and then you'll probably see it underneath the live stream. Sam Looney says, looking forward to when you start repairing viewers' cars. Be good content for you, getting viewers in the video. Yeah, Sam, I have thought about doing this once or twice before. But you have to realize that when it comes to, well, first and foremost, when it comes to recording videos, when it comes to recording jobs on a car, it always takes a lot longer than what you think. Like I said, the work that I've done on the 7 Series, that took like the best part of a week. And usually if you're doing somebody else's car, they're not going to want you to take like forever and a day to do it. So it is always a bit difficult to try and record it in depth, which I like to do. I don't like to just sort of gloss over things, as well as trying to get them their car back in a timely manner. So I don't know. I don't know if I would want to do that sort of as a long-term plan. I enjoy working on my own cars, and I also have a lot of work to do on my own cars as well. So I don't really need to create content from working on other people's cars, but it's definitely something that I wouldn't say no to at some point in the future. Ad says, have you seen the 130i on Auto Trader? It's only done 10k miles. I'm so tempted to buy it. Import and mint. Just wish it was a manual. Oh wow. When you say an import, is it from Japan then? I'm guessing if it's a right hand drive car. Big Matt SB. Well, I'm like 15 minutes behind on these comments. I'm guessing you're not even still in here, but you asked, when do you aim to smash 100k? I really don't know. I've kind of set subscriber targets in the past, and you think you're going to go on this upward trajectory, but it just never seems to happen. I mean, my channel seems to grow at a steady rate of around 1,500 subscribers per month. So if we are going to continue in that form, then it would probably take me about another about 33 months, would it, to hit 100k, which is nearly 3 years. But I don't know, maybe the channel will blow up next year. I don't know. My channel never has really blew up, by the way, either. It's always just been like a steady grind. I've never had one video that sort of exploded for me, which is usually how it works. Usually people go from one day of having 10,000 subscribers, then they have a video that just gets recommended everywhere, and then they gain like 50,000 subscribers overnight. I've never had that feeling. Mine's just been a constant, consistent grind. When we'll hit 100k, I don't know. I'm not really too bothered about chasing a number. I'd rather just, focus on, getting videos out and, making good content. I feel like too many people try to chase the numbers too much, and then they forget about what they're actually doing. Like a lot of, I don't want to be one of these channels that gets to 100K, then the channel just dies. I've seen a lot of channels recently that were actually a lot bigger than mine in terms of numbers, but then for whatever reason, their channel have just died, whether or not the content has just got stale, whether or not, you know, they're not really providing value anymore, or what. I've seen it happen quite a lot. I mean, you guys will probably see it. There's other car channels in the UK which their channel has just sort of fallen off. I think right now in 2022, when it comes to creating YouTube videos, you have to provide some sort of value. You know, you have to have people that sort of need to watch your videos because they need to get some sort of information, or they need to get some sort of you know, inspiration from it. So yeah, I think I completely forgot what I was even saying then. When will I aim to hit 100K? I don't know. Harry says, good evening. Out of interest, why did you go for the R56 instead of R53? Was it a conscious decision or just what came up at the time? Harry, it was what came up at the time, but it was also a conscious decision. Me personally, I like the look of the R56 more. Now, you may be thinking, what are you talking about? They virtually look the same. Well, they do and they don't. There is some subtle differences. I think the R56 does look better. The engine in the R56 is obviously worse. We know that. It's not a BMW engine. It's a Peugeot Citroen engine. But yeah, I just prefer the look of the R56, and it was the one that came up. Also, I think the R56 has less non-related engine issues. So the R53 suffers quite a bit more from rust, whereas the R56, I think they improved their, you know, manufacturing, whatever, procedures, and they sorted the rust issue. Because I mean, the R53, that was pretty much made after, like, right after the, you know, Rover started or stopped making the minis, wasn't it? So, and we all know what the original classic Rover minis were like. They were just rust buckets. So yeah, it's the R56 has less engine related issues compared to the R53. I actually forgot to comment on videos and should really do that more, as I know how much it helps. Yeah. So I've just muted my mic. I hope I didn't have that muted for any long amount of time. Did you just get what I was saying about the Mini R56 and R53? Because if you didn't, then that would be embarrassing. I'll go over this one again, though. Yeah, Alltalk, you said you actually forgot to comment on videos, and you should do it more because it helps. Yes, it does actually help. It helps quite a lot, to be honest. It helps, well, anything you do in terms of engagement, so watch time, likes and comments, that all does really help, and it all is greatly appreciated. But yeah, I guess it's very easy to just click on a video and then just watch it and go, oh, that was a good video, then click off it and then watch another one. It is easily done, I guess. But yeah, if you can leave a comment, it is appreciated. Barry says, that's great, George. I appreciate that, Barry. Thank you. You should be proud of what you've accomplished so far. I'm sure we all do. I appreciate that, Richard. And you've been a long time viewer as well. You've been watching for at least the past couple of years, I want to say. So I appreciate all your support, Richard. Hi again, George, says Michael. I think you are either kicking your desk table or tapping it or something. It sounds like a bass drum. Just thought I would tell you, don't sound too good. Sorry, is it still happening now? Because I didn't even know that I was doing that. Hopefully I'm not still doing it. Yeah, I apologize if I was doing that. I honestly didn't even know I was doing it. Gary Diggins, whereabouts are you based? I am based in the Midlands, Gary. The super chat from Henrik, we already went over that. I think Danish kroner is about £50. DKK. Let's. How much would 500 be? What the hell? Wow, that's £59 apparently. Wow, I didn't realize how much it was. Henry, thank you so much. YouTube will take a good cut of that, probably over half of it, but that's greatly appreciated, Henrik. You didn't have to send that amount, but wow, yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you for that donation. That will quite literally fund an entire video. So yeah, thank you, Henrik. Guys, if you do want to show some extra support to the channel, you don't have to send 500 kroners, but anything you do want to contribute is greatly appreciated. It helps me do things like buy an upgraded webcam, which I'm sure I will be able to do now, or buy parts for a video. I just spent £700 on the most recent video, and it didn't do too well, but just to kind of display how much money goes into videos, anything you can give in return is appreciated. Henk says, hi there, a bit late dropping in. Henk, I did actually answer your question. You was the first question from the Q&A that I answered. So if you want to skip that, you'll probably see that. Eastern Underground Sound says, well done. I appreciate that. I feel like I've seen your name somewhere before, Henrik Madsen. Do you work in the oil and gas or renewable energy sector? That would be weird, wouldn't it? Viper says, are you able to be transparent about how much you earn roughly per calendar month from YouTube? I suppose I could be, but I'm not going to say it in this video. If you guys want me to, leave some comments, and I probably could make a video. I'll have to, check some things, but I don't see why not. I probably could make a full video, just, going over how much I earn. If you want to have some guesses, feel free to leave some comments how much you think that I earn or how much you think is possible, because I think people massively underestimate how much YouTubers earn, especially the people at the very top. They are making an absolute killing. For me personally, because obviously, you have to run YouTube as a business. I don't pay myself much. I reinvest a lot of the earnings, I invest all of donations and Patreon and things like that just straight back into the channel. Buying car parts, buying tools, camera equipment, stuff like that. That's just the way that I like to do things. And I think that's why I've grown pretty consistently. I think a lot of people, once they start earning money from YouTube, they'll just sort of take that money and then won't reinvest it. Whereas I think if you do that, your channel will probably die pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm not earning an absolute killing from YouTube. I'm earning, a basic wage, and it's enough for me to live. But yeah, I'm not living this super high lifestyle. That's why all of my cars that I'm buying, they're around 20 years old. We're not quite buying Lamborghinis yet at this point. IA says, hello, George. Great to see you and congrats to the 50K. I appreciate that. IA. Ad says, what happened to your mate, the BMW doc? Honestly, Ads, no idea. AR says, James from the Savage Garage channel has gone will hopefully be back sometime soon. Sometimes life outside YouTube takes over. Yeah, that's a very good point. I was actually speaking to him not too long ago, and he says he's well. He's just taken some time off, and he should be coming back at some point. Are you still doing stuff for Autodoc? No. So for those of you that didn't know, I used to make some videos for the Autodoc channel. I decided to stop doing that. The pay was pretty good. I think, well, I'm not actually going to say how much I was paid, but it was pretty decent, like for what it was. But I just didn't enjoy doing it. I'm going to be completely honest. I felt that it was taking time away from my channel. It's taking time away from me doing what I was doing. And with this whole thing, like, I'm not in it to make a quick bit of money. So I didn't want to like put my effort into building their channel just to earn a quick bit of money. So yeah, I just knocked it on the head. It really, for starters, I wasn't able to make videos that I wanted to make them on. And yeah, I just wasn't enjoying it. So yeah, I did knock it on the head. But like, I left it on good terms and everything. I still buy from Autodoc. But yeah, I'm just not making videos for their channel anymore. Yes, the 130i is a Jap import. It looks stunning. Yeah, it's always risky when it comes to imports, though, because you never really know the history of it. AR says 2.5K a month. Oh, that's how much you think I'm earning. It would be nice if I was earning that much a month. I mean, when you say earning a month as well, you have to bear in mind that because it's a business, you have revenue, then you have profit. If you're taking a wage, that's the profit, right? It's not the revenue. So, but yeah, I don't earn 2.5K profit a month. Yeah, it'd be nice, but I'm not at that stage yet. I'm going with 30K per year as a guess. Yeah, that's a pretty good guess. Well, in terms of revenue, but yeah, we're not nowhere near that stage in terms of making a profit. I spent, like, let's just say this, I had in expenses for last year more than I earned in profit. So hopefully that puts some things into perspective. Like I actually, so over half of my entire earnings for last year was reinvested back into the channel. Just spent a bit on scopes and a few extra bits to go with the. Just spent a bit on scopes and a few extra bits to go with it for diagnosing cars. Probably cheaper to send it to a garage. Yeah, you do kind of reach that point, with specialist tools and think, how often am I actually going to use this? Would it not just be cheaper and easier just to, send it to a professional? But at least you always have those tools, though. Things we do for our cars, exactly that. Oh, wow, we've been going for an hour and 3 minutes. I didn't realize. That means it's going to be past. Yeah, it's past 8:30 now. I was intending to wrap this up at 8:30, but I guess I'll probably go for another 5 minutes or so. I don't know. We'll see. Well, if you guys want to keep this going, then we will keep this ticking over. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit the like button. It's massively appreciated, as is subscribing. Let's see how many we are on. Is it going to load this time? We're on 55 likes, guys. You have absolutely smashed it. I'm guessing not all of you in here have hit the like button, though. So if you haven't already, do it now, please. Did you know one of your videos is on Powerflex's website as a how-to on how to do rear lower swing arm bushes? Yes, I did know that. We was actually in contact with regards to doing that video. They actually sent me out the Powerflex bushes for that video, and I've actually done a number of similar things with them. So yes, I did know that. Have you ever been approached by other sponsors? Whatever you do, don't get sponsored by Car Vertical. AR, what makes you say that? Don't worry, I'm not, or I haven't been sponsored by that particular company. But what makes you say that about that company? Have you heard bad things? But to answer your first question, yes, I get contacted by sponsors all the time, but honestly, most of it is absolute garbage. I don't care how much you are willing to pay me or how much you are promising, but I'm just not going to funnel absolute nonsense on my channel just to earn a quick buck. Like I said, I'm here for the long time, not, a good time. that was terrible. But no, I'm not here to earn just a quick bit of money and then run away. I want this to be a sustainable thing. I want this to be a slow, consistent, steady growth. I'm not looking for overnight success. Like I said, I earn a living. I can afford to pay for my house. I can afford to pay for electric and food and things like that. I'm not driving around in Lamborghinis, but yeah, I'd rather keep some integrity and just hopefully it pays off in the long term, I guess. But yeah, I do get a lot of sponsorship requests, but I won't be putting anything on my channel unless I actually agree with it or like the product. Jap cars are maintained to a much higher standard than the UK. They are very strict. Yeah, that's a good point, and you'll often find that they have quite a bit less rust on them. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind. Although the one series platform don't really suffer from rust much at all anyway. It's only really the rear subframe, and with it being with it only have covered 10,000 miles, it should be absolute mint, shouldn't it? Be interesting to know how much that is, though, to be fair. Where was we? We have another super sticker, and it is from Henk. He sends, yes, a super sticker of 20 euros. Is that? Wow, Henk, what a legend. That's greatly appreciated. Like I said, I did answer your question from the community post. So yeah, if you do want to check back and check that out, please feel free to do so. But yeah, guys, if you do want to leave a super chat, maybe you guys do not know how to do it, you want to give something back to the channel to show your support, then there should be, I think, a little dollar sign. It's either a dollar sign, a pound sign, or a euro sign below the live chat right now. If you click that, then you can go ahead and choose how much you want to support. It could be as little as, I think, like $1, a pound, whatever. It is all greatly appreciated, and it literally just goes straight back into rebuilding the channel. So the more that you give, the more that you will have back in return. It could be a bigger and better car for the channel. It could be better tools so we can do things more efficiently, or it could be a better camera. That's one thing I'm definitely doing now. I'm definitely going to be purchasing a better webcam. So hopefully for the next live stream, we have better quality, because although it looks pretty good on my screen now, I don't know how well it's being received. And I forgot where we was at now. All Talk says, I've always been self-employed and running your own business is always hard. I had a roof ripped off one of my buildings in Feb, which has cost £139,000 to replace, and that site is still shut. What? £139,000 to replace a roof? Wow. I hope you had insurance. Wow, that's mental. Low mileage doesn't mean it'll be better, in my opinion. No, that's it. Doesn't. No, low mileage doesn't mean anything. I mean, like I said, my 760 Ally, I think it would be one of the best looked after, at least after I've owned it, cars in the country. But it's covered 150,000 miles. Now, on the face of things, people might be like, "Oh, 150,000 miles. I'm not going anywhere near that. I want a car that's less than 100,000 miles." But what they don't realize is the car that's lightly covered 100,000 miles probably hasn't had anything touched on it in 20 years. And it probably is going to require a lot of time, money, and effort now spent on that car. So, yeah, mileage doesn't always mean anything. I mean, in BMW terms, 10,000 miles, that's not even one oil change. So with it being a 15-year, well, it's a 130i, so it could be up to 17 years old. I mean, I think in my book that should have had 17 oil changes. Is it going to have 17 oil changes in in 10,000 miles? Definitely not. Has it had a brake fluid flush or anything like that, which it should have had done every 2 years? Probably not. It probably hasn't had like 8 or 9 of those. So yeah, low mileage definitely doesn't mean everything. We have another super chat or a super sticker from Sam FPV. He says, "All the best, dude. Hope you get the equipment you need." Sam, what a legend. Yes, like I said, I'm definitely going to be upgrading the camera to make these live streams better, because, yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. I do like to do these live streams because it's really the only way that I can, communicate to you guys on a, more personable basis. Obviously, you guys watch the videos, but videos are edited and, it's really only me showing you something. I can't really interact. Obviously, I can interact in the comments and things like that, but it actually feels like we get an actual chat when we have a live stream. So, yeah, I feel like I will continue on doing these, and hopefully you guys are enjoying them as well. But yeah, Sam, you're a legend. Thank you. And yeah, thanks to everyone else that has sent a super sticker tonight as well. So, of course, All Talk, Henrik, Henk, and of course Sam FPV, absolute legends. Where was we at? There we go. V Viper says, "Low mileage doesn't mean it'll be better. Cars that sit around doing nothing are nothing but problem cars. It's still a 15-year-old car." Yeah, that's right. But for whatever reason, some people just can't look past mileage. They think low mileage is absolutely everything. I always take my hat off to anyone who is willing to push hard to get where they want to be and achieve their dreams. Yeah, I'm exactly the same, All Talk. And me personally, I never even thought I'd be doing YouTube full time. I really didn't. My sort of dream, I'm being completely real and honest now, my dream was to be able to do YouTube part time. Obviously, I absolutely love YouTube. I've been doing it for 12, 13 years now. But my dream was to be able to just do this part time and then to work a regular job, maybe like part time as well, like, being a delivery driver for 2 or 3 days a week. But the fact that I can actually do this full time now, like, I'm so lucky. I wake up every day and it still doesn't feel real. But yeah, like I said, I have just all of you guys to thank for that. Ashgar says, do you rate the apps BimmerTool and BimmerCode much easier than ISTA? To be honest, I can't say because I haven't used them, just being completely honest. Much easier than ISTA? Probably. I mean, they're probably going to be much more user-friendly. ISTA definitely can be difficult to use if you haven't used some of the BMW systems previously. But I'm guessing with it being an app that you can get on your phone, it's probably going to be limited in some way, shape or form. Sam says BimmerCode is easier to use, but there are limitations. ESIS is the way to go for full coding capabilities. Exactly what I just said. Everyone is sponsored by Car Vertical. Lol. Lots of other channels have this. Mitch, is that you? Wasn't the person? It was AR, wasn't it? Who said about don't be sponsored by them? Yeah. So yeah, it is kind of the way it is. For whatever reason, if a company is a relatively new company, usually they'll get some money in a pot and they'll say, look, spread it out amongst these channels and sort of get the word out there and see how it does. I don't know. I get, if it fits with your channel and it makes sense, then I don't really see an issue with it personally. Like if you have a car channel, then having a car, sort of history checker app, I don't really see anything wrong with that. For me, it's when they're a car channel and they have like, what are some of the sponsors that they have? And it's just like so random. Like, I honestly can't think of any off the top of my head, but some people have some really, really random sponsors for a car channel. Again, that's the super sticker. Here you go. Much appreciated again, Hank. Just under 12K, and it's the 2008 with iDrive and Xenon and all the other extras. Are you talking about the 130i? I mean, my 2005 has Xenon. I mean, I don't know what other extras you're talking about, but I actually plan on retrofitting the CI drive, which that won't have. That'll be CCC. Nearly every car related channel I watch is sponsored by Car Vertical, High Peak, Salvage Rebuilds, Chops Garage. Yeah, like I said, it just is how it is. I will check it out tomorrow. I need to go to sleep now. No worries, Hank. You get yourself to sleep. Don't worry about watching me. I think it will be worth double 12K in a few years' time. Possibly. It's hard to say. I do, with it be, the 130i in general, it is a rare car, and I think it's only going to go up in value. I think it's going to be one of those cars that in 5 or 10 years' time, people will be like, wait, what? I didn't even know that car existed. Where did that come from? And then they'll be sort of really sought after. I've got no plans on selling mine. I think it's only going to go up in value. I don't mind spending money on it. I am going to be pretty much nut and bolt restoring it, not to store it away in a garage for 20 years, but just so I can enjoy it. It needs a full respray. I'm going to be doing like a full underside restoration and changing like the whole interior. Anyway, so it's pretty much going to be going back to a bare shell when I'm done with it, but it deserves it. And yeah, like I said, it's only going to go up in value. Looks like it's been filmed off an old Nokia. Oh no. Hopefully the quality has improved somewhat. But yes, like I said, I am going to be buying a new webcam. Thanks to everybody that has donated tonight. Insurance in place, yeah, but it doesn't and won't cover all losses. I'll send you a few photos on Facebook. Oh man, sorry to hear about that. Wear and tear has a big part to play, though. Yeah, that's right. But if you are buying a car that's over 100,000 miles, I mean, when you say wear and tear, it's mostly when I think of wear and tear, I think of suspension components, bushes, rubbers, things like that. That is all going to perish, over time as well. And not only that, most things that will have needed to be replaced probably will have been replaced. And if you need to do it yourself anyway, you can replace it all for, relatively inexpensive. But yeah, obviously wear and tear on the interior. That's true. A 10,000 mile car, you would expect is going to be a lot cleaner on the interior as opposed to a 150,000 mile car. But I think BMW interiors on a whole, hold up pretty well. Mitch Seymour says, I have a Porsche Boxer S 2002, only done 20,000 miles. Garage Princess, not been on the road in 7 years. Still starts first go anytime I try it. Must run the fuel off soon, I think. Are you telling me, Mitch, that you are running a Porsche Boxster S on 7-year-old fuel? Come on. Please don't tell me you're saying that. Those fuel injectors are going to be, they're going to be blocked. Petrol goes bad after, starts going bad after 3 months, but I wouldn't really like to use petrol after about 6 to 12 months, to be honest. Because it just starts to go bad. It absorbs water, and you don't want that in your engine. If it's an investment, sure, but don't get hung up on mileage. I've seen people make this mistake and buy a proper box. Buy one with big fat history. Yes, or buy one that has been maintained on a YouTube channel so you can see exactly what has been done to it. That's what I always say, funnily enough. Neil says the Jap 130i is up for 12K. That's not a bad price, to be honest. But yeah, you never really know the history of it after it's been abroad for so long. One of the sponsors is called Capes, and it's about losing. I haven't heard of that one, if I'm being honest, but one of the adverts is about keeps and about losing your hair on a car channel. Yeah, funnily enough, I actually saw that one today. I think I may know which one you're talking about. That's so random. I mean, they're probably getting paid a lot of money for that. When I say a lot of money, we're talking thousands, not just like 20 quid. So that's probably why they've taken it on. But I just don't know if I could bring myself to have a sponsor that's nothing to do with the channel or the video itself. Ad says, what have you spent on your 130i roughly? Okay. Bear in mind, we've pretty much only taken care of engine work. I don't know. I don't know exactly, but I want to say somewhere in the range of about £1,000, I want to say. Just to take care of most of the engine current problems. We've done the water pump thermostats, both of the DISA valves. We've done the Banner solenoids. We've done the Valvetronic motor. No, not the Valvetronic motor. We've done the what's it called? I can't even think. The sensor. I can't even think what it's called. It's gone. The sensor that sits in the rocker cover, we've replaced that, and then we've done the rocker cover twice because we had to replace the sensor the second time around. Doing spark plugs, ignition coils, about 4 or 5 oil changes. So yeah, probably a bit more than £1,000 actually, probably about 1,500. I don't know. Yeah, but not too much, I don't think. Like I said, we've done a lot of preventative maintenance. But I'm just happy to spend it on it because I don't plan on ever selling it. I love the car. It's so fun to drive. And like I said, I think it's only really going up in value. That's the one. That's the one, Dan. Eccentric shaft sensor. Yeah, common problem for them to go. As soon as oil gets into it, they go out. Which way of donating takes the least cut? Being completely honest, probably PayPal. I don't know if I have a donation link in the description of this live stream. I don't think I do. I should have it in my other videos. Let me just tell you what. I'll put the PayPal and the Patreon as links in this live stream if I can do it on the move here. I don't know if I'll be able to. Yeah, here we go. Can you actually see the description on a live stream? I don't even know if you can do that. There we go. I've updated it. I've put the PayPal link to donate in the description. Yeah, just being completely honest, that's probably the way that takes the least cut. YouTube take a very sizable cut. PayPal will take nowhere near as much as YouTube do. But yeah, if you do want to donate, that's greatly appreciated. Like I said, no pressure, AR. I appreciate all the I appreciate everything that you do, your comments, your likes, things like that. So yeah, everything is just greatly appreciated. You say you've just done it through your channel's about page. Oh, AR, what a legend, man. I appreciate that. Like I said, you didn't have to, but everything's greatly appreciated. Bank transfer. Yeah, I'm not going to ask people to send me a donation via bank transfer. But that would be correct, I suppose. Where have we gone? We're jumping all over the place. Here we go. Just as a tip on the webcam, George, add a lot more light. The ISO of the camera will be getting automatically raised as light levels are low, and that will lower your quality a lot. Yeah, that's right. I probably should think about getting some studio lights in here. We're just currently working off one poverty light bulb at the moment. So yeah, that's a good point, actually. Lighting massively affects the quality. So yeah, that's probably something else I need to buy as well as a webcam. Better lights, and also better lights for the garage. Pretty sure my dad managed to get some lights that they was thrown out where he works, like some big LED spotlights. So I'll try and get them up in the garage at some point. The audience is men in their mid-20s to mid-40s typically, and as a professional bald guy, I think I am their exact market. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say you can always relate anything to anything, really. There's always a way in which you could, fit any kind of sponsor into a video, but you have to draw a line. I think you have to say, look, is that what I really want to be, promoting across my channel? Because I think there's a lot of sellouts on YouTube. A lot of people just take any sponsorship request and just sort of go with it. But you can't sell your integrity just to make a quick bit of money, in my opinion. John Pennington, how's it going? How are you doing, George? How's the V12 doing? Hope is all well. John, I actually have an update coming on the V12. I filmed a video today, which will probably be up soon. I'll probably be up either sometime next week, we'll just say, either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. But it's going well. Took it for a test drive today, and it's so much fun. It seems to drive so much better now as well. Like so much more responsive after the work that we've done. And yeah, I just want to get it back on the road, because it was actually off the road for about 2 weeks, and yeah, just so good. I actually have something planned pretty big for it soon as well. So don't want to give anything away, but do stay tuned. I think YouTube takes 30% of super chats. I think it's actually quite a bit more than that. I think it's closer to 50%, which, if you ask me, is ridiculous. I don't know why they have to take so much, but I get why people want to do it via YouTube. It is easier, of course. It's much simpler. You don't have to go off of the live chat. And you have your name pop up and things like that. But yeah, it is a bit ridiculous how much YouTube take. But that's pretty much the same when it comes to revenue as well. So I don't know how many people know this. I don't know how many people know this, but when companies pay YouTube for advertising, YouTube will take about a 50% cut of that, and then they'll give you the rest. So this is what talking for an hour and a half straight does to you. Any plans on going to BMW shows? I went to one recently at Bewley. Is it Bewley? And it was great. You know what? I said that I was going to do some shows and things this year, but it just hasn't happened. I think moving house and things like that is, kind of took a priority, and I didn't get to do as much as I wanted to this year. But it is what it is. That's what happens in life. But yeah, I definitely want to do some sort of shows, exhibitions, and things like that. And I want to try and organize some sort of meetup. I want to say a meetup. I don't mean, for people to meet me necessarily. I don't really think people are that bothered about meeting me. I mean, just some sort of cool place where people can meet up, bring their cars, especially BMWs, and just have a good time, and maybe go on some sort of nice drive. We'll see. But yeah, we need to definitely try and get something sorted like that. Mitch says, I bought one of the last BMW 220D coupes. It's well spec'd, camera, climate, park sensors, registered 2020. I paid 23 grand, has 4,500 miles covered. Could it be a collector car in the future? Mitch, it's hard to say. I mean, if history is anything to go by, then diesels don't tend to hold their value as much as the petrol counterparts do. With that being said, I do think there is some exceptions. Like I do think some 335Ds may be sought after in the future, and maybe like the 123D as well, because that was like the top of the line. That was like a rare sort of engine. It's only in obviously the 123D. So yeah, I do think there will be some rare and sought after diesels, but I don't think as nice as you say it is, I can't see something like that being a rare classic. But I could be talking absolute nonsense. It could be. I don't know. I really can't say. Blue Terrier, big up George. Congrats on 50k. Thanks, Blue Terrier. I appreciate that. Continuous lights are cheap on Amazon, but they get hot. LED are good. Cheap Godox ones are very good with a soft box to make the light softer. Yeah, I definitely need to look into lighting. What is the best color for an M3? Dad's looking at an orange one. Well, I mean, that's just all subjective. It's what you like, really, isn't it? I mean, if it was me, and if say it's like an E90 or E92, or I guess even like a E46, if it was me, I'd probably have to say like either a white, is it Alpine white, or a grey, like I don't even know what the code is for the grey, but I think grey and white will look nice on M3s. But then again, the more irregular colors, they do tend to demand very strong money, I guess, because they weren't made in any particularly high numbers. If you view the revenue as being integral to helping you film content that your audience does want, then I think the audience will just skip any brand deals that don't interest them and understand. Yeah, exactly that. I mean, I do the exact same. If it's not going to be relevant to me, I won't watch it. I will just skip past it, because you can literally see where the ad is and you can see where to skip it to. So, yeah, I guess that's a fair point. Wow, if 50%, then that's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I think it's not far off 50%. Yeah, it is mental. Also, Dad had a car accident the other week and is 26k and £40. And is 26k? You mean £26,040 a good off his insurance company for the car? It was a write-off. I mean, what M3 is it? I mean, that's pretty strong money if it's like an E46 or E90 or E92. Wow, we're past 9 o'clock now. I didn't even know. I'm going to have to get off real soon. You guys have been keeping me busy. I do appreciate all of you that have tuned in. I'm just going to get through these few comments here. Before we go, if you want to leave it a like, leave a comment, or even a super chat or super sticker, now is your last chance. I'll be getting off in just a couple of minutes. We are 60. We're on 69 likes, which is absolutely amazing. You guys have smashed it today for the 50k special. Yeah, big thanks to all of you guys who have shown support. I will promise to get a much better webcam sometime soon. Marcia said hi. Hi, Marcia. How are you doing? Yes, Bewley in south of England, the car museum near Bournemouth. Okay, I'm going to say I'm sure I heard of it. Dad wants an M3 competition. What have you planned for next year? I haven't planned a whole lot. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. I know that one thing I have definitely got planned, because I've bought tickets for it. That's the Formula One Grand Prix at Spa in Belgium. I'm definitely going to that in July. But apart from that, there's not too much set in stone. But yeah, I'm sure we will get up to some fun stuff. Hello, mate. I want to get my first six-cylinder BMW. I'll be looking at 2008/2010 Model 3 Series, which is best to go for in terms of what? If it was me, I would pick something that has the N52 engine. I think in the UK, I think the N52 was prior to 2008. I want to say it only ran up to, I think it only ran up to 2008. And I think the N53 took over. I think in the US, the N52 ran up to like 2012, maybe. But yeah, I would look at the N52. It's a brilliant engine, in my opinion, one of BMW's best ever engines. And, it's a very, very reliable engine. If you get the N53, you're going to have direct injection problems, and pretty much still all of the original N52 common faults as well. So yeah, I'll try and get something with an N52 engine, like a 330i or 325i, something like that. I've got an E36 M3 in Estoril Blue, but on the E36 I like Dakar Yellow and Techno Violet, is it? I want to say. On an E46 Blue Velvet, or definitely Laguna Seca or Phoenix Yellow. Yeah, those all look nice on the E46. And yeah, I think they probably are demanding a lot more money because they were much rarer when they were new. Any plans on doing TikTok in addition to YouTube? The TikTok algorithm is seriously kicking YouTube and Google. A good question, Craig. Being completely honest, I probably should be doing TikTok because I'm missing out on a whole bunch of stuff. But I don't think, me personally at the moment, I don't think I'd be able to put the same time and effort into TikTok as well as YouTube. I think I'd just be sort of spreading myself way too thin. And so I'm just focusing on YouTube. If the time comes that maybe I have more time, I don't know, then I could possibly think about doing it. But yeah, like I said, I love YouTube. I'm trusting in YouTube. I'm building it. And yeah, I don't want to take any time away from it. So yeah, we're going to stick with YouTube and focus on that for the time being. Just like I said, just going to get through these last few more comments. VMX Minty says, Dad's car was a 335 X-Drive. He's looking at an M3 for a new car. Nice. Also love Sakir, if that's the color you're referring to. Mitch says, great show. Well done with the 50k subs. Again, I appreciate that, Mitch. Daniel says, hi, George. Congrats on 50k. What was your opinion on remapping 320D E46? Was it worth it? And how was the experience? Daniel, I owned the car, I think, for about a month after I remapped it. Didn't have any issues. Yeah, much better to drive, I think if you have particularly a 2-litre diesel, you'd be mental not to remap it. You're going to give yourself, a little bit more power and a little bit more torque, and your fuel economy should be pretty much the same as what it was. I think I actually noticed the fuel economy go up when I get it remapped, so that is something interesting as well. Yeah, I don't really think there's any negative effects of doing a simple remap to a 320D. Obviously, do your maintenance work as well. Don't just get it remapped and then you later on down the line you have some issues and then you're like, oh, it must have been the remap that caused it. No, make sure you maintain the car as well. Can you please do the cam chain on my 1 Series? Amazing 50k. Leon, I appreciate the question, but I get a lot of people ask me that on a daily basis, believe it or not. I just don't have the time. I don't have the space for any more cars here. If I had my own garage and things like that, like I had a lift and things, then I could maybe do private jobs. I can maybe, do them in a timely manner. See what I've done there with the timing chain. But yeah, it's at the moment, it's just not possible for me to do that. It just wouldn't make sense. I'd be doing it very, very slow, trying to do it on my driveway, and it wouldn't make sense economically. And I would actually just recommend you take it to someone who can do it efficiently, that does it day in, day out, and that has a good reputation. Last couple of questions then. Evening, George. Congrats on the milestone. Quick E90X question and rust question. Do you think rust is typically problem rear, underneath sills, etc.? Rust isn't really a thing that affects the E90 too much. With that being said, the rear subframe is steel. So if you haven't already and you want to keep the car for a long time, remove the rear subframe, take it back to bare metal, rust converter, primer, paint it. You will need to do it at some point because it does rust. The front subframe's aluminium, so you're absolutely fine with that. But yeah, the rear subframe on the E90 chassis and the E80, E82, E81, E82, E87, E88, they all share the same rear subframe, so you'll need to tackle it. I'll be doing it on my 130i at some point, so look out for that if you want. Yeah, it does definitely need doing. But apart from that, there's not really a whole lot. What's the next project, Carl? Then says John. I don't know yet, John. I had a couple of people sort of ask that today. I guess we'll see once we have the E46 sorted, see how much profit there is in it, if any, and then we'll see what that sort of money can buy us in today's market. When we're still getting questions flying, and guys, I think I am going to wrap this one up. We have All Talk says, can you please come rebuild my E36 328i Sport, my M3, my E38, my Z3, my Z4, and my E46 Club Sport, and I'll film it and provide pizza and beer. You're just showing off now, aren't you, with all your classic BMW. Well, I say classic BMWs. Well, they are classic BMWs at this point. But yeah, you are definitely a man that loves his BMWs all the same. But yeah, I'd love to, if I had the time and space to take on even more projects. It's kind of what I'm trying to do at the moment. I'm trying to finish off a couple of long-term projects, i.e. the Mini and the 760 Li, and then I can, focus more on the trading up series and get some quick projects. The E46 is not turning into a quick project, but it is what it is. Guys, I am going to have to wrap up. I apologize if you have commented. I was only planning on doing this for an hour, but you guys have just blown me away with the support tonight. So yeah, guys, a massive thanks for 50,000 subscribers. Like I said, when I started this YouTube thing, I never imagined I'd be at this point. It still seems absolutely mental to me that 50,000 people would choose to subscribe to me, because that's a lot of people, isn't it? When you think about it, like if you had 50,000 people in a very large room, then that's a lot of people. But yeah, I want to say massive thanks to all your support once again. Particularly a huge support to everyone who has shown some love tonight, whether that is by liking, commenting, or sending a super chat. So once again, All Talk, guys, remember to go and check out Dan's channel. It is literally just All Talk. Also, Henrik, again, massive shout out to you. Henk, another shout out to you, and of course Sam FPV. All of you guys, again, much appreciated. I am forever in debt to you guys, and yeah, I guess onwards and upwards. 100k next year, maybe. I don't know. No pressure. But we'll see how it goes. On to the next one, guys. Expect a new video out in 2 days' time. Of course, I upload every other day. So it is Thursday today. Expect a video in 2 days' time on the 8th. So that is Saturday. New video will be up at 6 p.m. UK time. So be there or be square. And if you haven't seen any of the previous videos, watch them, because otherwise you might lose track of things. You might not know where we was. So yeah, if you haven't seen the previous few videos, go check them out now. Show some love, give them likes, some comments, and yeah, until next time, guys, I'll see you all. And yeah, it's been fun, hasn't it? It's been good to catch up with you all. Right, I'm out anyway. Peace out, and see you next time.